Hi all, this is Sean from Time and Talk. If you haven't already done so, could you please hit that subscribe button? It really helps to support the channel and it's really nice to see those subscriber counts growing. So today's video is going to be about the first Omega in space, which I'm wearing at the moment. A couple of things have happened over the last couple of months. The first one is that the retail price has gone up by 10%, taking it to £4,080. And the second is that allegedly it's been discontinued. I don't think there's been any contact from Omega to confirm that it's been discontinued, but a number of places, threads, etc. have said that the watch has been discontinued. And it seems to have been confirmed in that Omega have said to ADs, we're not going to make any more of this watch. So I thought an interesting video to do and to think about, particularly for the people who own the watch, is do we think it's going to skyrocket in value like some other Speedmasters? For example, obviously in our dreams, we would like it to do what the Snoopy, the white Snoopy has done, and £32,000 or whatever for that watch. Obviously, I don't think it's going to get to that value, but do we think it's going to grow a little bit? So I just thought, give some pros and cons to the idea that it is going to grow in value, and then I'll tell you my opinion. Obviously, please hit me in the comments and tell me what you think, and if you know any more about whether it has in fact been discontinued. So first of all, in terms of, no, we don't think it's going to grow in value all that much. It doesn't seem to be that popular a watch. So, you see it in ADs gathering dust and not having been sold, when we know some of the stories of some other watches that have massive waiting lists and things like that. Doesn't seem to be happening with the first Omega in space, really. Secondly, from a personal perspective, a couple of times I've tried to sell the watch, or I've thought about selling the watch. So I've thought, okay, I'll hawk it around to some dealers and see what they're going to give me for the watch. And a number of times actually, I've received kind of derisory offers for it, with the explanation that we find this difficult to shift, we find this difficult to sell. At the time I thought, is that just them trying to lowball me and give me a low offer? But it's difficult to know really how popular the watch is, because it seems to be really popular on Instagram, etc. But it's kind of the echo chamber of the watch community that I'm part of. It seems to be popular, but you can get discounts on these and things like that in a way that you can't on, the Snoopy or even the Moonwatch. The Moonwatch seems to hold its value quite well. Another reason that it might not grow in value is that it seemed to be quite easy to get quite good discounts off these. So when I bought mine, it was a case of, can I have 10% off? And the guy went, yeah. And it made me regret that I hadn't maybe asked for 20 or more. And that suggests to me that, they just want to get rid of these watches. They're not really that popular, so they'll give you a bit of a discount on them. Whereas obviously we know that for some pieces that would not be the case. In terms of, yes, why it might grow in value, now we have a watch which is essentially limited edition. I mean, apparently there's about 15,000 of these, which, again, hit me in the comments. I'm not sure in the grand scheme of things how large a number that is, but I don't think it's a great number of watches, and I think it's relatively limited. So mine is number 4,000 and odd. I'm not sure whether I should say the exact number, but now we have a watch that is actually limited edition as opposed to a numbered edition, which is what it has been in the past. Also, it does offer something a little bit different to the Moonwatch and to other watches, because particularly for me, it's a nicer size, it fits me a little bit better, and I don't think there is a watch of that size, disregarding some of the other more expensive watches, maybe the racing editions, which are automatic, and a lot of Speedmaster owners do not want an automatic Speedmaster. In terms of, as well, other variants have done quite well of the CK2998 kind of case shape, if you like. So I was looking just before making this video, and obviously there's a rose gold version which seems to be doing quite well, and seems that people quite like the watch. And as well, we've got that rarity factor. Obviously 15,000 is not rare, but in the grand scheme of things it's relatively limited. how many moon watches must there be in the world, for example. So perhaps this one will creep up a little bit, particularly as, you know, people who were in the market for this now will just be lusting after it even more because they know they cannot have it now. So in terms of general thoughts about whether this is going to skyrocket in value, my thoughts are no, it won't. So it seems to be, from what I've seen, that it doesn't seem to be amazingly popular. It's a great watch, it's a brilliant watch, but it's not a Daytona or a Snoopy or anything like that that people are absolutely going crazy for. And I think there'll still be quite a lot of these in ADs that will take quite a while to sell, and that probably doesn't make for a massive rise in value. However, I do think that over time these will maintain the value quite well, because obviously we've got a watch now that, to be honest, is pretty historical and really decent in terms of its connection with obviously the Shearer edition that actually went into space. So I think it'll be good for people who own these watches, but I don't see massive kind of gains on a Speedmaster First Omega in space. Obviously, tell me what you think in the comments. Tell me if you think I'm wrong. I probably am, because I'm wrong about most things, but that's my thoughts on it anyway. So thanks for watching the video. If you like the channel, please subscribe. Thanks very much. Bye bye.